Welcome to the Nevis newscast for Tuesday, August 10th, 2021. I am Siobhan Walwyn.
We came in as individuals. Now we live as professional individuals.
More than 30 persons who participated in the 2021 Prospective Teachers course have expressed their appreciation to the Department of Education for preparing them to enter the teaching profession by imparting knowledge and skills which they can implement in the classroom. At the close of the 2-week course, prospective teacher Mandel George shared some reflections on behalf of the participants.
Mr. Sean Joseph and Mr. Williams enlightened us on ways we can use technology in the classroom, which is very important given our circumstances with COVID-19. All other presenters tickled our brain cells and opened our eyes to numerous ways we can do our jobs to the best of our abilities. Key aspects that we took away from this course includes, but is not limited to, how to make an effective lesson plan, being consistent with rules, rewards, and consequences, having a student-centered learning classroom, promoting growth for the students. Teachers are also role models. Teaching is more than just a job. It is an opportunity to make a difference in the life of others. Teachers are life changers.
The closing ceremony was chaired by prospective teacher Felecia Hanley.
A friend of mine who is a teacher came to me and she said, "I think you should be a teacher." And I was like, "You sure? Me? You think I could be a good teacher?" And she said, "Yes, I really think you should try it out." So initially I signed up because I was pushed. After maybe the first day and a half going on to Tuesday, that changed. And I can say that the reason why I want to be a teacher, because I want to be what, to someone's child, what I want someone else to be to mine. So I want to be great, I want to be impactful, I want to be a world changer. I want to be the reason why someone says they want to be a teacher when they grow up.
The annual Prospective Teachers course aims to prepare participants to develop knowledge, awareness, and practical exposure to instructional strategies, organize and apply their knowledge to work with students in a child-centered learning environment, and engage in self-reflection and assessment to enhance their own personal development. Premier the Honorable Mark Brantley has pledged the continued support of the Nevis Island Administration to the Swim to Win program, the creators of which recently partnered with the Department of Sports to host the first MV Christina Memorial Swim Camp. The Premier was attending the closing ceremony for the swim camp, from which primary school students across Nevis benefited.
And I believe that we have quite an oddity that on an island surrounded by water, beautiful ocean, that many of our people do not know how to swim. And so we thought that Christina disaster, tragic as it was, that 50 years on, it was important for us to learn the lessons from that disaster. And today I think it is fitting that we're here to celebrate the end of this very important camp and to congratulate all those involved and to say thank you from the Premier's office, but on behalf of all the people of Nevis, to express our warm appreciation for the Herculean effort that has gone into making this possible. I should emphasize that this is a volunteer effort. None of these people are being paid. We couldn't afford to pay them for their time and for their expertise. And so we are very happy that we have been able to assemble this group of dedicated individuals who have seen the need and have responded to it.
The MV Christina Memorial Swim Camp was facilitated by Winston Crook and Terry Andrews of the St. Kitts and Nevis Swimming Federation and Marathon Open Water swimmer and swim coach Anne McClendon. The Honorable Eric Evelyn believes their partnership with the Department of Sports will continue to bear fruit.
I was at the Eden Life Center last week. I saw the fun that the students from the Cicely Brown Integrated School was having. I saw the amazing work that was done. the amazing accomplishment within just 1 week. And I believe the same thing has happened here at this beach with the primary schoolers for the past week. So I want here to commend very highly our partners. We are indebted to your service, to your expertise, and I believe that this has been an excellent feat, this Christina Memorial Camp, and I believe it will grow from strength to strength. So I want to commend and thank all who would have supported this initiative, and I believe that this will grow from strength to strength in the future.
Swim coach Ann McClendon has also trained 16 persons in Nevis who are now certified swimming instructors. The government of St. Kitts and Nevis says it will not allow cruise ships into the Federation until vaccination and testing protocols can be identified. That disclosure was made by the Honorable Lindsay Grant at a press conference hosted by the Ministry of Tourism on Friday, August 6th.
In May, the CDC no-sail order placed a halt on cruising from the United States. Cruise lines, in their best interests, decided to resume cruising from the Caribbean and Caribbean home ports. Governor DeSantis in Florida and the CDC are currently in an ongoing court battle to prevent the CDC from enforcing guidelines that restrict the resumption of cruises home porting in Florida. As I stand here today, Caribbean home porting is no longer an option, and Florida is now the main home port for the majority of our cruises. Florida's requirements are markedly different from the Caribbean, and they have special issues that we have to deal with. First, from Florida, we are going to have vaccinated and unvaccinated permitted to cruise.
Minister Grant explained that as St. Kitts and Nevis has not yet achieved herd immunity, the Ministry of Tourism will not allow the country's health sector to be jeopardized.
We know that the Delta variant is responsible for 90% of the confirmed cases coming out of the United States. We also know that presently there is a surge in Florida as a consequence and a result of this variant. With the Ministry of Health, we have carefully assessed the risk to the destination, and we are unable to receive calls from Florida until we can identify vaccination and testing protocols that allow us to achieve our goal of balancing the economics and balancing public health. For the month of August, therefore, the calls of the Allure and Symphony of the Seas have been cancelled. We will provide an update for the Celebrity Summit and the Equinox. However, Celebrity Summit will not call on August the 12th.
Since July 22nd, cruise ship Seabourn Odyssey has made 3 calls to St. Kitts with the implementation of travel-approved bubble-vaccinated tours. Minister Grant said they were very successful and there were no breaches. Founder of the Shiloh Baptist Church, Pastor Emeritus Eric Maynard, was on Sunday, August 8th, celebrated for his 50 years of ministry to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis and the wider Caribbean. At a special service, which was attended by Prime Minister the Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris, Minister the Honorable Akila Byron Nisbet, and Commissioner of Police Hilroy Brandy, among others, Pastor Eric and Mrs. Marilyn Maynard were honored exactly 50 years to the day when the ministry was started on Sunday, August 8, 1971. When invited to make remarks, Prime Minister Harris gave God thanks for creating churches like the Shiloh Baptist Church and extended congratulations from the government and people of St. Kitts and Nevis for a wonderful job and encouraged Pastor Maynard to continue to praise God. He commended the leadership of the church for being as welcoming as it has always been, for its outreach to young people and women folk in particular, for being as diversified as it is in its membership, and for introducing a special appreciation day for non-nationals. The Prime Minister encouraged Pastor Maynard to stay close to God and to pray for the leaders of the country. He added that the Shiloh Baptist Church has shown a good example and that some good is happening in the church, as leadership was transferred from father to son, which is a blessing. Citizens and residents of St. Kitts and Nevis are being invited to submit entries for the 2021 Independence Theme Competition. On July 30th, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, William Hodge, launched the competition announcing the guidelines.
1. The theme must be concise, memorable, and be a phrase, a clause, or a short sentence of no more than 6 to 8 words. 2. The theme should focus on national wellness and economic rejuvenation. 3. An internal rhyme scheme and a particular pattern of rhythm would enhance the theme. 4. The theme should accurately reflect the country's history, current realities, and the common or shared future to which all citizens should reasonably aspire.
The deadline for the submission of entries is Thursday, August 12, 2021.
Written entries must be submitted either A. by emailing to independence.themeskn@gmail.com and or to Mr. William Hodge, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education at william.hodge@moeskn.org, or by delivering to the Office of the Ministry of Education a hard copy in a sealed envelope addressed to the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, the Cable Building, Bastille, or by dropping a hard copy in a sealed envelope addressed to the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, into the drop box at the entrance of Government Headquarters, Church Street, or by dropping a hard copy in a sealed envelope entitled Independence Theme Competition to the Department of Education, Marion Heights, Nevis.
Each person is allowed a maximum of 5 submissions. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. I am Siobhan Walwyn. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, thank you for viewing.